Let's go.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Ninja Reviewer here to give you guys another episode review of Fairy Tail episode 247 review. This episode, oh my god, sorry I couldn't do this a lot earlier, but was kind of busy, and whatnot, etc, etc. But anyways, enough about that though. So what's going on is that technically, I'm just looking at my messages pop up, but ignore that. So anyways, this week's episode of Fairy Tail was actually just incredibly fucking awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god. The hype for fucking this episode was just ridiculous. Oh my god. It's just beastly, man. Everything was paced out so well in this episode. It wasn't even funny. Whew, man. Sorry about that. But, anyway, so this episode entirely, was paced out very well. Everything from the beginning to the middle ending was just absolutely really good. I had no problems with this episode whatsoever. And the thing about this is, what I'm really glad is that we did not get a recap that wasted 5-6 minutes of the episode like we usually get. Well, not even that. I'm over exaggerating. I'm probably thinking of One Piece because One Piece does that. But anyways, when it comes to this episode, I just thought it was just, the amount of hype was just, it was just, I love it, man. Geer, he's a fucking threat, man. He's a fucking threat. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus Christ. Alright. Before we get to the main man and the ending to the episode, which I thought was a really nice touch, but then again, it's kind of weird that Lucy kind of escaped, which I don't know why, it's kind of odd, but anyway, so at the very end, but let's just get to the beginning stuff first. The beginning concludes we have the conclusion fight between Mirajane and Seilah. Now, with this fight in particular, I thought the whole flashback was going to be the whole episode, but thank God we didn't get that entirely. So I'm really glad they paced it out really well, where the flashback was at the very beginning, and then the middle, whatever. Later on, we got back into the actual present time, which I thought was actually really nice. The way the flashback was told, because we see Seilah, oh my god, this bitch was going the fuck in. She just unleashes her, freaking cursed hell mode, or whatever the hell it is, where she, just powers up, debris of, dark aura, and, the fucking hell's core is, going crazy because she's destroying most of the stuff. And for the people who got revived back, if they died, they're not going to be coming back anymore, because that's pretty much it. The other ones, that were about to come back actually die. I think Fremont is pretty much defeated. I know Seilah definitely just got defeated recently, too. So the other ones that were going to try to come back, that got beaten, unfortunately, isn't going to work. Even Izel's the same way. Izel's not coming back either. So, it's all just crazy. It's crazy, the amount of hype that we gotten throughout this actual episode, and I thought it was actually really cool. So we see the fight. Seilah is just going in, fucking ripping off Mary Jane's clothes, just ripping her to shreds. We see her just pretty much passing out at first, but then she gets back into this flashback where it's no, her powers are used to actually protect her family. It's not something about her, becoming this so-called demon. It has nothing to do with that. What it is that it's a power that she got from at a will to protect her family. It has nothing to do with actual, how do you call it? It has nothing to do with, God almighty, Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do, with her becoming a demon, her being possessed. It's just basically possessed magic, and it has nothing to do with her becoming a demon, but in her village, or where they grew up, they thought ever since she went to that church with the arm, people thought she was some kind of devil or demon, and their whole family, they know that they're related. So, they ridiculed them for the longest time. So they moved out of the village. Most people sort of knew, who these people were, and they were trying to avoid them. They were, ridiculed for the longest time until they finally went to Fairy Tail. And Fairy Tail was the only guild that accepted it, because Fairy Tail accepts anyone. No matter how freaky you are, if, you have the desire to live, if you have the desire to love, to care, to be strong, to fight, then you can become a member of Fairy Tail, no problem. So when it comes to that, it seems that Mary Jane kind of wants them to be alone because it looks like they fit in the family just fine. Mary Jane was just kind of just like that loner chick. She wanted to just be in that cubicle state. She didn't want no one to talk to her. But until then, Elfman and Lizana, as they were just playing around, they told her that, wait a minute, we want to show you something. And they pretty much transformed into the takeover beast magic. Like, Elfman can only do some kind of like bear paw thing as like one of his arms. As for now as a child, and with Lizana, she could do like a little pig, which I thought was kind of cute. I like the little piglet because I know she did it way back, like the first season of the series where we had that flashback with her and Natsu. So yeah, so it was actually kind of cool just to see that. It was kind of cute. And then she can also do other things like a cat too. Like we've seen her later, she can do Nico, cat, and all that. So yeah, so pretty much she says that, you know what, we have this kind of magic too, so we could become just like you. We can be the ones to also help you, protect you if you're in dire need, just like the powers you got now are used to protect us. So that's when she finally realizes it, and then she finally gets up from her battle. She finally unleashes her power. She finally goes in on Seilah, and Seilah is pretty much just defeated out. So that fight, actually, I really liked the way the flashback. Well, actually, it wasn't really Mary Jane. Like, it was. She actually had a command because she usually has a power to command herself to actually like do whatever she wants to, like attack everybody at free will. But this time, because of that power, since she isn't that beast, she is that takeover magic herself, she actually is giving her an order, like her own self. And that order was for Elfman to come and protect her. And that's exactly what she did. A lot of people thought, like, when they first read it, in the manga, it was kind of bullshit. On Earth to talk a bit. Like, it was kind of bullshit how he was the one that actually got the last hit on Seilah, while in reality it should have been, you know... Okay, I will admit, a lot of people might have been salty with that ending of the fight, because I remember when we all first read the manga, if some people were kind of salty, they kind of did rant about, in reality, it should have been Mary Jane to actually take out Seilah, which is partially true, which I do sort of agree with that, in my opinion. I mean, they're absolutely right. In my personal opinion, it should have been just, yeah, I really think that, true, Mary Jane could have taken her out. I mean, yeah, to me, that kind of felt a little bit but it was really cool the way that she actually summoned Elfman. I mean, it was fun, because, see, when it comes to the anime, when it does the animation, the emotions, the music, it does it well. When you read the manga. See, this is why I always prefer the fairy tale anime over the manga. Even though I read the manga for, I guess, spoiler purposes. I don't know why either myself. But I still read it for spoiler purposes. I do read the storyline, and I am caught up to recent events. It's just, I don't really review the manga because I just don't really see myself really just basically reviewing this series like weekly. I don't know why. It's just, I want to, but like, it's like, in my personal opinion, it's just, to me, the anime just feels more right at home with me. I only just read it just for that. And plus, most of the time, I don't really have time to do, because they always come out like at a convenient time, and I don't really have time to do like a live reaction or a review to these chapters. And to be honest with you, it's kind of like the Bleach anime. With Bleach, I like the anime more than the manga, at least that's to me, because they do everything almost more right than they do in the manga, like with the art and the art style, the animation, and I guess you could say here as well with the anime as well, the fairy tale. Now let's get to the main hype. The main reason why this episode was just so awesome. Margahek. Oh my god, I love this guy. Oh, dude, apparently he knows that there is humans that soiled on his own territory. And he says that humans are lower, their creatures are lower than insects. And Kalkia, he knows that Kalkia was actually fooling around with these humans and not really doing most of her job and actually executing her. So she was actually studying more on Urza while she was actually fighting her, rather than just like actually executing her clean off the spot. And he's like, you know what? If you're not going to do your job, I'll do the job for you. And we see that he uses a spell called ALEGRIA, I believe it's called. Not only that, but he uses that spell not only on her, like, as a torture thing, so she can get, like, you know, completely, like, tortured to death by getting, like, strangled by these vines. Not only that, but they actually summon one of the actual... They use a spell. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, but they actually use a spell thing against all of the members of Fairy Tail, and they summon this fucking demon, or as I should say, their master, that they actually summon, and it fucking traps them. Kind of like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z, how you have that, like, glob of pink lube. Like, remember when, like, Buu absorbed everyone? Like, he absorbed Gohan and them. He had them, like, in their little cocoons and shit. It's kind of like that, except this time they're not in cocoons. They're just, like, in standstill mode, and they're all frozen there. So that was actually pretty badass there. So, Geer for the motherfucking win. He made... Sorry, my phone. He made this episode. And besides the flashback and the finale, granted, I could have given it a bit points down if it wasn't for that, because of the way the finale of that fight ended off, but definitely I gotta say, I think it was a really fantastic episode. Regardless, I still think it was a fantastic episode, regardless, because again, the Gear stuff made it more hype. Everything was all set up the way it is. We found out that not everyone was captured. We see that Lucy actually managed to get out of there. And now, the preview. Oh, no. The preview. If you watch the preview for the next episode, let's just say that I don't think we're going to be seeing Aquarius for good time now. Or maybe never. That's all I'm really going to say on that. If you watch the preview, oh my god. The feels for next week's episode. Oh my god. Especially if you guys read the manga, you know exactly what I'm talking about too. Oh, dear God. I don't know if I can handle next week, because the flashback alone had a lot of feel moments, and I did feel for it. It was kind of cute, and I did have some feel moments with that. But with next episode, oh my God. This is going to be Lucy's best moment in the actual series. And it actually looks pretty promising from the preview, and I definitely cannot wait. So definitely it's an automatic 5 out of 5 episode. Definitely another really awesome episode, just like last week. The Fairy Tail anime is getting really, really incredible. It really is. The Fairy Tail anime has been on a ball lately. It's been incredible. It's getting more hype. It's getting more interesting. Definitely cannot wait to see Lucy's big moment in the next episode. But overall, I thought the episode itself was still pretty awesome. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you were a bit too about the way the finale ended with the defeat of Seilah and her defeat from Elf Madness to the Mirajane, but whatever. So that's pretty much it. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. This is the Ninja Reviewer, over and out to the belt. Peace out. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch, and stay tuned next week for episode 248. Later. Peace.